Hey people, welcome back to my channel, and of course it's still your girl Fehintola. Now, the old drama that happened at the weekend, especially in the Premier League, we are still drinking water to cool it down. If you understand what I'm saying. The Butlers FC, the Bottling FC of England has given us enough water to cool it down after the fire that Mikel Arteta shouted before the game against Manchester City. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. But that's just what the Premier League is all about, right? That's what the Premier League is all about. But yeah, there are games on Tuesday. There's a game actually going on at the moment, Crystal Palace, West Ham United. But the game I'm looking at is the two games that will be played on Tuesday and Wednesday, or three games. But I will be focusing more on the two games that will be played between Chelsea and Brighton, and Manchester City against Burnley. Now, also Bournemouth and Leeds will be playing. Now, I feel like the reason why Chelsea, Man City, Leeds are playing Tuesday, Wednesday is because at the weekend there's going to be FA Cup semi-final to be played, and obviously they have to play ahead before the games at the weekend. The other teams will be playing their own games at the weekend, obviously, but the likes of Chelsea, Man City, Leeds would definitely partake in the FA Cup. So definitely that is probably the reason why their own game is, moved a further back, just for them to have enough time to rest before they play the game on, I think it's supposed to be on Saturday, Sunday. But yes, let's just go into the preview of Chelsea, Brighton, and Man City, Burnley. Now, as I said, Leeds will be playing Burnley and Bournemouth. They'll be playing Bournemouth also. And don't forget that Chelsea will be playing Leeds in the FA Cup. And Leeds right now, they are playing really well. Playing really well. However, they are also facing a Bournemouth side that did a miracle, winning their game, against Arsenal. And then even at the weekend, they recorded I think another win. Yes, they recorded another win from a goal down to eventually winning the game against Newcastle. So it's not going to be easy. However, Leeds also won their game. They won their game at the weekend. I think it was a 2-0 win over Wolves. So definitely, both teams have the momentum going forward. However, whoever wins in that game, especially for Leeds, because they will definitely want to win the game to go into that FA Cup semi-final clash against Chelsea with a level of confidence. And they're playing with very good, high confidence right now. So definitely, I think it's going to be a top octane game. Now to Chelsea. Chelsea is traveling all the way to Brighton, and don't forget that Chelsea right now are on a terrible form. Oh Jesus, they lost at the weekend against Manchester United. Hope you didn't forget that. And I don't think it can get any worse for them. I honestly don't think it can get worse for them. The fact that it is going to be really difficult for them to still qualify for Champions League spot next season is already there, because the points between them and even Liverpool, that is number 5, is already about 7 points. And Liverpool, as I said, doesn't have anything to play for. So all they have to do is ensure that they qualify for Champions League spot. And the good thing for Champions League next season is 5 teams can seal their spots in the Champions League. However, for Chelsea, their performance at the weekend against Manchester United was horrible. Terrible performance. Cole Palmer did not step up. Caicedo had an average game. Sanchez, nothing much to talk about. Delap, I did say he had a very good performance, even though I just felt like he was just so unlucky not to get the goal. I think he hit the bar about once or twice. But yeah, at no particular time did Lamens have any say. So going into this game, and you're facing a Brighton side that is playing so well. Don't forget that Brighton played out a 2-2 draw against Tottenham. They came from a goal down to eventually playing out a draw. And yes, the goal came very last minute. I think it was Ruta getting the goal for Tottenham, and just making sure that they go home with the point, because they travel to London Stadium, to face Tottenham. But the truth is, in their last 5 games, Brighton has won 3 games, lost 1 and drawn 1. Chelsea, on the other hand, has lost their last 5 games. They lost to Newcastle, they lost to Everton, they lost to Man City, they lost to Manchester United just at the weekend. In the last 12 games, no point at all for them. So how exactly do you even want to give yourself a chance of playing in the Europa League, because the way you're losing points, it doesn't help you, because the teams that are around you are trying as much as they can to pick up results. Now, before the game against Manchester United, fans of Chelsea and fans of Strasbourg had a protest before that game kicked off. And what was the point of the protest? You need to sign experienced players. The same project, quote and unquote, that they are having in Chelsea is the same that they are having in Strasbourg. It's affecting both teams. It is bad enough that the same owners own the club. And these are owners who don't even have footballing experience. They don't. And they are refusing to take help from people who have this experience, this football experience. They are relying on the fact that, oh, we are going to sign young players, give them long-term contracts, reduce their money, and then probably they play 4 or 5 years, and then you sell them off because they are now experienced for a higher amount of money. It doesn't make sense, especially for a club that is looking to win titles. And Chelsea, for one, is a club that has won titles for the last 20-25 years. They've done it consistently. If they're not winning the Premier League, they're winning the Champions League, they're winning the Europa League. Recently, just even last season, that it seemed like it's not possible, with the good coach that they had, Enzo Maresca, got them to winning 2 titles. And that's because Enzo Maresca was a quality coach. Liam Rosinha, on the other hand, is not as experienced. He is not. He has not played in that sort of pressure. With Maresca, he was under Pep in Man City, so he knows how to handle that sort of pressure. And he told them that we need to sign new players. They thought, oh no, you have young players. It's crazy. It is crazy. And now they've sacked him. They brought in a coach who absolutely doesn't have any experience. And it looks like he is crumbling. But then again, the players also have to take their fault in it, because they are also not performing to expectation. One of them, obviously, is Cole Palmer, who has been inconsistent, and especially maybe because he just came back from injury. And yeah, injury has a way of just messing up the minds of players sometimes, because you don't get that level of energy. There's still that fear that you can pick up the injury again, so you don't give your best as much. But there are just some things you would think that, Cole Palmer, these are things that, like free kicks. In that match against Manchester United, he had about 3-4 chances, free kicks especially, and they were terribly taken. It did look like it was the same Cole Palmer that was playing before. It was just terrible. So, I don't know. The coach has to just do something. He has to do something, because they have to win this game. They have leads at the weekend. At least you want to get to the final of the FA Cup and say, oh yes, you got to the final. Even if you now lose maybe eventually to Man City, who is playing, I don't know, Southampton. But you have to play well. You have to go into that semi-final game with a level of confidence, because they've played this late side, I think, twice already this season, and they've not been able, I think they picked up maybe just 1 point against them. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, I don't know, I'm all Chelsea fans, sorry the Lord will help you people, because at this point, the result is not resulting. It is not. World champions are not world champion in anything. Anyways, guys, before I go into Manchester City's match, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, okay? Please share, like, and subscribe to the channel. Also share your thoughts in the comment section, okay? I will definitely be reading and responding, as I would usually say. So please subscribe to the channel. Alright, so Man City, on the other hand, is going to be taking on who? Burnley. Now, Man City, for me, I feel like, yes, they're playing away. They're traveling all the way to Burnley to face them. But the truth remains that Man City right now are in a very, very, very good spot. What they did to Arsenal at the weekend, oh wow. It just goes to show, because that match was the determinant of who was going to win the title at the end of the season. Now, don't forget that Man City is literally 3 points behind Arsenal. And the goal difference between the both of them is just 1. Just 1 goal difference. 1. So, if Man City wins this game, they are level on par on points. And then it depends on how many goals that Manchester City scores to see either they go above Arsenal or not. Now, Man City has been in this sort of situation before. They know how to handle this. You see, Pep Guardiola lives for this sort of pressure. for this sort of uptake. And definitely, I think you're playing Burnley. You have the advantage. They know. Man City players are literally writing on the fact that they know that if they win this game, they go top of the Premier League. And Arsenal will be watching this game with, you see, their eyes, their ears, their mouth, everything. Their whole body. Because I don't know if they'll be praying for Burnley to perform some sort of miracle, but the truth is, it's not going to happen. Man City knows that they are going to be playing the FA Cup semi-final at the weekend against Southampton, so there is no pressure. They will beat Southampton. They know the important game for them is against this Burnley, so they will definitely want to win it. And their players are playing really well. Do you want to talk of the masterclass Rodri had in that game against Arsenal? He was everywhere. Until they took him off, I think in the 80th minute or so. It was it. We literally couldn't see anything. Ryan Cherky, Rodri, Bernardo, they literally were just deciding what was happening in that midfield. Should I talk about Erling Haaland and what he showed Gabriel Magalhaes? Nah, I'm sure if you go and watch that match, you will know, because it was a battle. So definitely, you see this game, Man City is just going to go there relaxed. You see, there's no pressure on Man City whatsoever. Absolutely not. No pressure on them. It's for them to go into the match, enjoy themselves, just play, just have fun. And they know that no matter how bad it is, at least they'll get a 1-0 win over Burnley. That's just the truth. So definitely this game is a question of how many goals will Man City score, because they will definitely win. How many goals will they score to top Arsenal? Because it's the goal difference that is keeping Arsenal at that top. Forget the point, oh, because that point will be close and there will still be a game difference. Man City will still have one game to play. So if they play that game, obviously on Wednesday, because I think their game is on Wednesday, yes, their game is on Wednesday. If they play that game on Wednesday and they win, they share the same number of points with us now, and the number of goals that they score against Burnley will determine if they go top or they remain down. Even if it's 1 point goal, even if they score 1 goal, it will be literally, they will now tally, they will be on the same point goal difference and same points. So Arsenal right now, I don't know what they have to do, whether they have to go and be praying, make sacrifices for Man City not to win that game, but trust me, except you want to deceive yourself, that game is definitely going to be won. I don't even know why I'm stressing myself talking about it, because Man City know what they have to do. Pep Guardiola is still in charge. He knows what to do. He has been in this sort of situation time and again, and he has always proven that he can get it done. He can. It's his terrain. It is his own. He knows how to handle this sort of pressure. So really, there's absolutely nothing to talk about. As I said, it's Man City. They'll get the job done. It's Arsenal that have to go and be praying. They should go and be praying. The Lord will help us now. Instead of Man City, Arsenal. Anyways, guys, those are my thoughts on the 2 important games that will be happening midweek, especially in the Premier League. As I said, share your thoughts in the comment section, and also don't forget to put on your post notification button to get our latest video when they drop, and follow us on all our social media platforms at _official FSH. As I would usually say, until the games are played and the results are in, enjoy your week. Bye bye, guys.